Hey guys, welcome back to Mek We Reason Podcast. And today our special guest is a good friend of mine. Let me tell you, man, we go back way back. So I just want to introduce you to you today, O'Neil Dacres. OD, the man. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, bro, we're there, man. Give thanks.
Blessings,
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Trust me, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
trust me.
Definitely. So, guys, you're going to hear about O'Neil today. I know some persons may see O'Neil before, you may not know who O'Neil Dacres is, but let me tell you, man, this guy right here is a great guy. You understand? And you're going to hear more about exactly what he does. So, O'Neil,
Yes.
yeah, man, so how is life? How is everything, man?
Life, life is good, bro. I have to give thanks to God, cause trust me, without God, nothing is possible.
Nothing is possible. Definitely.
Nothing is possible.
Definitely.
So yeah, I'm giving thanks.
Family good and
Everybody
mommy,
good.
daddy.
My mom, dad, sister good.
Yeah,
You know.
man. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
definitely.
man. So we give thanks to that. Everybody healthy and
And them right
in
mind.
them right mind and thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Yeah, man. Mr. and Mrs. Dacres, blessings, man. Blessings. Afia.
Yeah. Oh, my father recently released a book.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tell us about it. Tell us about the release.
Well, he has been writing this book for quite some time now. Yeah, and finally he finished it, and all the editing was done, and he's really proud. I am really proud of him.
Yeah.
But I can tell that he's really proud of the work that he has done.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I feel like that is the most important thing, for you to feel proud of yourself for doing something that you actually want to do, and to make an impact in the world, and hopefully change the lives of people that actually read that book. You know what I mean?
Certainly,
the book is called From Expulsion to Center Stage. So, and it's available on Amazon. So,
nice. So
yeah, check it out.
Go and check out that book.
By Patrick Dacres.
Patrick Dacres.
Yeah.
Father of the great O'Neil Dacres. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
definitely. So, O'Neil, on the same basis that we are discussing about family, tell us about you growing up. What was life like growing up as a youngster?
Well, growing up as a youngster, it was fun. It was fun growing up. I mean, life always has its ups and downs and thing, you know what I mean? But growing up in the rural area of St. Andrew, where I'm sure you know a lot about. Best place to grow up in the world, you know what I mean?
That's so cool, like wash your face.
Yeah, man. So as a youth growing up, we were very sheltered. We went from home to church to school to home to church, and we get our little enjoyment with our friends in the community. We play cricket and we play football. Domino. And we have forgot about different podcasts to talk about that by itself. You know what I mean?
Man,
so
Duplex.
Trust me. Oh gosh, man, and river vibes. Oh gosh, to be able to walk just 2 minutes to the river is a blessing, bro. Trust me. We can know say the people that live at town grudge for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was a very, I would say, adventurous youth in terms of being able to be in nature and being able to be among young men like yourself, you know what I mean? Among the same age group of people. Going to the field, playing football, as I said earlier, is a lot of other things that happen during these times when we go and we see bridging and what about things we talk about, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And the things I remember talking about with Mark, growing up, are some of the things that we're doing now. You know what I mean? And it is very, very wonderful to see that we're doing all of these things now. Whatever you put your mind to, brother, trust me, it can happen. With Christ in the vessel,
Yeah, you can Smile at the
Yeah,
storm,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah, man.
definitely. So O'Neal, growing up,
So
um, when you realized that you had a love for music,
very early. I found out that I love music very early. I used to damage a lot of my mother's you know, mother's things in the house. Cause
you
cause it's either me I play a drum
drum,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
You understand? So like I don't know if you remember the hangers I had like the board
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. You use them as drumstick,
we used to
shell up them there.
dismantle that man and make drumstick man. And when you look, the whole of the Chester jar chip up,
Yeah,
the whole of
yeah, yeah,
everything,
yeah,
what
yeah.
not chip up, me I broke a lampshade one at the time too. You know what I mean? So
This is Dacres, so sorry, but you see it now. Yeah,
you
big
know what I mean?
fruits.
So I would encourage anybody who have a child who them see say have some form of inclination to music.
Yeah, man.
When they see them a mash up the thing them in their house,
Understand.
just understand, just lock your eye and buy back your things. Do because the more support you give that child towards
Yeah, the
their
better,
dreams is
and
the
yeah,
better is the better hopefully your life will be too in the
yeah,
long run, you know what I mean? Because the further you go with music, bro, and you know the more successful you are, is the more you can impact people with your with your gifts. You know what I mean?
that is
So
so true. It's so true.
yeah, that's one of the things that me remember. I mean, I used to I before I knew anything about playing drums, I used to go to church and I used to watch the drummers like so closely and try to learn what them I do.
Someone, yeah,
But you can't really experiment unless you go up on a drum set to
right,
see say you
right,
really
right,
know
right.
what you do. So, you know, one of the things that I used to do when I was going to church was when the drummer no show up. But one me always I hope said the drummer no show up.
Yeah, can you want to take it
Because I
on?
want to play. You know?
Yeah,
So a couple of times when the drummer no show up and me decide say, yo, me I gotta take it up on myself to go up on the drums. And people were very discouraging, brother. People were very discouraging.
whoa, whoa,
Because I
whoa.
mean, yeah, me probably never know what to play say, or I was just experimenting, but at the same time,
Probably just really
nobody
out,
actually saw that
yeah,
I was interested in this thing and to
and
say, oh,
take you up
push
and
it,
say, yo, we could send him
go,
go drum and
right.
send him
You know
go.
what I mean? So most of what I learned eventually growing up on drums was what I taught myself, well, from what I actually
Wow,
observed
wow.
and learned from other
Other
people,
people,
including yourself,
yeah.
because I learned a lot of drum patterns and stuff like that when I came
Mm-hmm.
on a Saturday to Youth in Action,
Right, right, right.
um, or when you guys were in the music room,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
practicing and stuff like that. So, because I mean, most people may know my mother is from Mark's church and my
Yeah,
father is from Templar.
temporal. Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah, so I used to go to Carpenters and Mark and the other guys were in the music room and thing and Mark know how to play everything. So we just watch Mark.
Yeah,
We just watch Mark and I learn from Mark. So I mean and from there we kinda get a little sense of how to translate certain things we learn into other instruments to like singing.
right, right,
Singing played
right.
a big part in me actually learning how to play the bass guitar
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
saxophone and
mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so the musical journey, I never really knew that I would be taking music seriously
Seriously.
until after high school because I finished high school and I said, boy, my mother want me to become a aviation engineer, but boy, I don't know if I that me really I feel,
Mm-hmm,
you know what I mean?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So so my mother saw this ad in the newspaper for Exeter Community College, 2009. I can't forget it, 2009. Um, and I went there. This is after me actually do a what do you call it now? Audition at
Okay,
Edna
okay,
Manley.
okay.
I audition at Edna Manley '09 for drums. I never get through. Never get through at all.
What was that like though?
I mean, it was very discouraging, you know. It was discouraging because I mean, I said, well, I mean, I never really know a
Certain
lot of the we call it the
material or
material and the terminologies and the notation and all that, the transcriptions and all those things. So I I wasn't really prepared.
prepared. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just never went. I didn't even go to PQ. PQ was a preliminary qualifying year at
Yeah,
Edna.
you just
So I don't know. My mother just saw this ad in the newspaper for a performing arts department at Excelsior Community College, and that's where I went.
okay.
And the little knowledge I know about music, me kind of take it through, and I was a little bit more prepared than the rest of students because at Excel, I feel like it's a more integrated program. So you have to do dance, drama, and music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, and then the second year, you know, you
Kinda
specialize.
Mhm.
So I was learning basic music theory and stuff like that. And while I was learning folk dance and urban dance and acting skills and
Mhm.
so on and so forth. When the second year I actually started to learn like piano,
Piano.
like more in depth because there was a new teacher that came that was like who I wanted to be.
Oh, okay.
So for example, this guy, you know, he plays keyboards and he goes on tour
Mhm.
and bad,
Mhm.
bad
Mhm.
pianist. Lopez, Andres Lopez, big up yourself every time.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So I literally learned like competent piano
Nice.
in a year, and then we go back at Edna Manley
Oh.
and audition again, and
Mhm.
skip the preliminary qualifying year and went straight to year one.
Ah.
So that now led me to study music education.
Mhm.
So
Just before O'Neill,
yeah,
first you say you started out in drums. What
mm,
caused you to switch though? Like, because we know drum was probably your passion at first,
the
and
first
then
love, you know,
you say
drums were my first love.
you go to keyboard or piano now.
Well, actually, in between there,
You realize that.
there were other instruments involved too.
Okay.
So after I started playing drums, I started getting interested in bass guitar.
Oh, okay.
So I started learning a little movements and things. You know, church music isn't really well. The music that I was playing at the time wasn't really hard to learn
Okay.
because we were just simply plucking the progressions of the songs
Mhm.
and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
So you don't really have to learn bass line and them things there.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we kind of learn like scale wise because
Okay.
you know we're in the choir and we know how to sing do re mi fa sol la ti do,
Right. Right.
and we
Right.
know the major scale and stuff. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like, oh, we're figuring it out on this instrument
Right.
because it's
Right.
really
Right.
actually just transferring the knowledge that you have
Yeah. Yeah.
from something to something else. So started playing bass in church after that. You
See,
know,
by your own. This is
yeah,
something you
just
learn by
learn.
your
Yeah,
own.
nobody never really
Right.
teach me.
Talent.
You know what I mean?
Talent.
Give thanks to YouTube too. Yeah,
YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube.
Yo,
If
no
you
joke.
want to learn
Anything.
anything,
Remember.
if you want to learn how to fry egg,
Egg.
if you want to learn how to boil water, YouTube.
Does it. Does it.
You
Does it good.
understand me?
Definitely.
So yeah. So yeah, actually, I don't know. Like as time went by, I started getting interested in different instruments,
Mhm.
and after a while, I started finding myself being interested in saxophone.
Yeah. You did. You
Yeah,
did
you know what
play
I mean? I was watching a
saxophone.
lot of saxophone videos on YouTube again.
So it's
You know what I mean?
you actually teach yourself to play saxophone?
Yeah. So we did actually start
Wow.
teach myself how to play saxophone because my mother got me a saxophone for my 16th birthday.
Wow.
So I didn't really know anything about it. It's the first me I see one saxophone in a real life. So like up so close. So me I try to figure out notes now and these things. So now me still have to go bank on the knowledge I may have, little bit of knowledge I may have about
Musical knowledge.
music theory, you know.
Mhm.
You understand? So me start sing songs when me know the melodies too. And figure out a scale me know. Like
Oh, okay.
just figure out a major scale. Any major scale. It, and the first one I learned was E flat.
Mm-hmm.
So E flat is I think it's probably the easiest scale to play on the
Yeah.
on an alto
On a
saxophone.
saxophone. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
alto
Yeah.
saxophone is what my mother bought for me. So we start play like songs. What the song go again? Like Amazing Grace and stuff like that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it was, and people actually call me to come play a wedding and them thing there, brother. I was so shocked. I never even know say them thing could have happened. We just start play saxophone and then people start inviting me to
Yeah.
weddings, funerals, you know what I mean? So them want me to do
Totally.
special item at church, Sunday
Mm-hmm.
after Sunday, you know?
Wow. Wow.
I was like, wow, this music thing, we really take it serious, you know?
If you reach far, eh?
Yeah. And then now, my attention switch again to a different instrument. So, this is when I started playing piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never dreamt that I would be playing piano or keyboard or
Wow.
anything for that matter. So Andres Lopez started teaching me some things, and he was big on blues and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So them I saw them. I say, yo,
That's
this I
so
know
one day.
this more learn. Me no want to learn
Yeah.
no
Not yeah.
nursery rhyme and them thing there. But the previous teacher did that teacher. So start learning some things and you know audition again at and as we have said before. Audition again at and I went straight to year one.
Mm-hmm.
Pursued a degree, bachelor's degree in music
Education.
education.
Mm-hmm.
After I left Edna, I started teaching at Alpha Boy School. Now, Alpha Boy School is big on music in
Mm-hmm.
terms of
Mm-hmm.
producing great musicians, the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Scatterlights,
Right.
um, among other people, you know what I mean? Um, and so I found myself in a place where I had to use my knowledge of horns.
Mm-hmm.
So now remember saying I did learn how to play saxophone,
Saxophone.
and all of these things.
Yeah.
So I mean, even though I got some teaching, read the wind instruments and orchestral instruments and stuff like that in school, I still was grateful for the fact that I went into those classes with at least a little bit of knowledge
Knowledge.
on
Right.
it. So
Right.
I'm not really
Wow.
fully
Yeah. Fully done.
nah no clue. Fully done to the to
To
the to
the
the
wind instruments.
yeah. So so I was at Alpha Boy School um for a year and a half. I was there part time. Me I skip out a whole heap of the story, Cause I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
Edna Manley yet,
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um yeah. So Alpha Boy School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alpha Boy School. I was saying to myself, can you imagine being a music instructor at a place like this with so much reputation? Like how it feel for me, somebody who is helping to produce the same type
Type
of
of. Mm-hmm.
type of student or type of musician coming out of this institution. And I was honored to be there. You know what I mean? Because I've heard a lot of story. I heard the history
Mm-hmm.
of the
And
place.
Alpha. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it is a very rich history. And I was just like, yo, me, I've left my mark here. So, but then when you have desires to do something, no matter where you're in right now, sometimes when the opportunity come,
Yeah.
you decide say you want to do this
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
this is
The,
literally your
the
dreams coming
dream.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So while I was full time
Mm-hmm.
at Alpha,
You got a
I got an opportunity
opportunity.
to go
Mm-hmm.
on tour.
Nice.
So I took it.
Why not?
Why not? You know what I mean? But that would now hamper my responsibilities
Yeah.
as a full-time music
Teacher.
instructor at Alpha Boy School. So I guess I resigned, or somebody took me off the the Rasta. Yeah, so so after that I went to Exed. I got a call from someone saying they need a music lecturer at Exeter Community College, the same place where my
Where you
music journey literally
start.
start. Well, not start, but institutional wise, going to a school, learning more about it. Yet Exeter is the place where I actually started learning. So went back there, was there for 3 years, and move on. As you can see, I don't really stay long on certain things. We just move. It just a move. We just a move. So after I left Exeter, I decided that I was gonna do music full time. Best decision I've ever made in my life. But but easy. It hasn't been easy. In the beginning, it's like, now what you're going to do. You were a full time lecturer, you were a full time teacher, you were getting a salary. Now what you're going to do now with this unsurety. Like what you gonna do, you need to survive.
Right.
Yeah, give up this thing, resign from this thing away.
You're sure about
You're sure say you get
X
your money a
amount
month
time
time.
to this
But then
uncertainty.
but to this uncertainty in life, now the rationale behind that was that it was not being fulfilling anymore. Now I would rather teach one student who has the zeal, who has the discipline, who has the enthusiasm, who is just hungry to learn more about music and more about their instrument, than to be teaching 50 students who just doing music because they have to do it to go to the next level and don't really care about it that much.
Yeah.
So I was tutoring also. I was tutoring on the side. I have a few piano students and a few vocal students because I also do um, vocal training, vocal skills. So I noticed where my life was kind of hard. It got harder because less money coming in, and you know you have to be out there looking for it. You know what I mean? So it taught me a lot of independence. It taught me that really and truly, if we believe what we say we believe,
Right.
and if we know what we say we know, then these things are gonna happen. So if me know say my God will provide all my needs according to his riches in glory. If me know say me not have to worry about what I shall eat or what I shall drink or what I shall wear, because maybe the Father I gotta take care. He know them things there already. Me no need to worry. So that was my mantra. That was my affirmation every day when me get up, because me know say me kinda unemployed. I want to have a better term. Unemployed. But it's been a journey, brother. Like from them time there until now, like there has been ups and downs. There has been low times, there has been high times. But things are getting better.
Definitely.
Things are getting better all the time.
And would you say that you have regret over choosing or making this decision that you have made?
No, this is the happiest I've ever been in my entire life.
Wow.
Without an apology.
Hesitation,
Without
apology.
apology, without having to even think about it, because now I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what inspires me. And me know once me plant the seed, brother,
It
and me water it,
and
and me take
it
care of it,
germinate.
it a go grow.
Grow fruit.
Yeah, it a go bring
Bear
forth fruit.
So O'Neil,
Mm.
for those who don't know, tell us some of the things that you do as a musician. You mentioned you did various instruments.
Yeah.
So we know you're a musician.
Yeah, I'm a music educator. Well, first of all, I'm a musician.
Mhm,
That first thing.
mhm.
I am a music educator. I am a composer. I'm a producer. I'm a vocal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I am a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Educator.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So guys,
So
you see this guy that we're having right here, you know.
yeah.
Soon from now, if you want to see him in person, you may have to ask for your autograph or two. You
I
understand?
set an
I
appointment.
set an appointment. You understand? But
Yeah,
later on down in the interview, guys, you're gonna
yeah,
hear exactly how you can book this guy here
yeah,
for your events and to do projects and stuff like that. You know.
yeah.
So O'Neal, let me
Mm,
get to the next question,
yeah.
bro. We know that you have been on tours, you have worked with different artists. Tell us some of the artists that you have worked with.
All right. So my first tour ever, I worked with an artist named Ibamar. Sing a song named Wait in vain for your love. Wait in vain.
Hi,
Yeah,
Bamar.
Ibamar, you know what I mean? Big up Ibamar anyway, I'm there
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
I
yeah,
worked with Etana, worked with Firekin, I worked with Samurai, I worked with Mortimer before
Fatima.
before Mortimer is actually Mortimer now.
Yeah,
Big up my bro, Mortimer every time, big up.
yeah, bless up, bless up.
Um, I worked with Rasai.
Yeah, see,
Still
Rasai,
working with
Rasai,
Rasai. Yeah,
Rasai with us.
yeah,
So guys, we're at the compound, you know.
yeah. We're at the compound right
Yeah,
now.
man.
Yeah,
Big up the
yeah. Big
compound,
up
you
the
know.
compound every
Ryan and the
time, you know.
crew.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who else? Worked with Coffee. I've worked with Judy Mott. I've worked with Marcia Griffiths. Yo,
Boy,
it's
the
a jive, you
catalog,
can say.
the
It's
catalog,
a
na
jive, you can
normal.
say. Them thing, you know, brother. It's a jive. Because
Catalog na
as a
normal,
youth
boy.
growing up, yeah, listen to them artists, yeah, yeah, say what?
Right, right, right,
You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So yeah, I've worked with still working with Romy and
Romeo
Virgo.
Virgo. Yeah,
I've worked with Stephen Marley.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Amongst other
I
people.
work yeah
Yeah.
with other little,
Yeah.
upcoming artists
Yeah, right, right,
and
right. Because this is the generation of artists that is there now is already there.
yeah.
But there's a different generation of artists where I got take over the whole place, brother. Where
Yeah.
trust me, not gonna know the names. Not gonna know the names.
You hear that, peeps? You
Yeah,
hear it from
not gonna know
great
the names, man.
Mr. Dacres, So
Yeah,
now for look out for them thing there. So
yeah.
O'Neal, like what it is like being on the stage with thousands of people in Europe or the USR, a small island, you're playing keyboards because keyboard is what you play
Yeah,
no
going
right
on
through
tour, right?
on tours.
Yeah,
What is that feeling like
it's a
on
rush.
stage, bro?
It's a rush. It's a rush. Sometimes, I
Yo.
mean, find say when you care about it, you will get nervous about it. If you don't really
If you don't
care,
care, then
if
you
you
come
don't really
like,
care,
yeah,
coming like nothing.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And sometimes I'm not really nervous, you know. Sometimes I'm just excited, you know.
yeah,
Cause if
anxiety,
you really think about it, it's the same physical feeling, you know, bro.
mm-hmm.
When you're anxious, when you get surprised, when you're
Mm-hmm.
excited,
Mm-hmm. The same
it's still
emotion,
it's the same.
adrenaline,
You're
you know what I
adrenaline, the
mean?
same feeling you feel in yourself.
Yeah,
And that same feeling, I just how you interpret it.
yeah,
You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So I feel like say I am excited every time I go on stage. You know what I
right.
mean?
Awesome.
Especially being, for example, let me tell you, I was on tour with Stephen Marley last year, and we did a venue full of people, brother. The venue named Red Rocks in Colorado. I don't know if anybody knows about that venue. That venue is like
Cock, big,
big,
and it cock.
big on top of the hill.
Yo.
Brother, be a goosebump full me talk about it. That was
That was
like
it.
when we look up and we see people in general come enjoy reggae music I'm like, wow. Like when you travel,
You
there's
see.
certain things where you thought you knew when you were living at home.
But
But
you
when you
don't
go see,
know.
when you go experience how other people live elsewhere, you say, Jano, you start unlearn certain things, and it's been a journey, brother. Trust me, everywhere you go, you learn something different about different people, and one thing is common with all of them. They love music, especially
Mm-hmm.
reggae music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So like when we go and we dip on stage and we see them people and I play and we see people and move and I rock and I enjoy themselves. I mean, I say, you know, even if I interpreted my feeling as anxiety and um nerves and nervous, you see the people that might enjoy themselves, man. It's a
It's a
joy
joy.
because me have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Even if I know everything,
Everything. Yeah, but you
but
still play a part.
me have something to do with it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Wow. It's a vibe.
So
It's a
yeah,
vibe.
man, trust me. Music, I want me love music, especially reggae music,
Reggae music.
especially reggae music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And based on your background as a musician, a composer, producer, a vocalist, and all that, we hear the music being released these days by especially these young artists, and people criticize it. You know, young people them love it, but from your point of view, what do you think about this music that is released by the young people?
First of all, let me just say that uh, the music bad.
Mm-hmm.
It sound really good. Like it sound like something you want to move to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I will not blame any young artists for the type of music that they are being releasing in these times because really and truly, if we were to go back,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, do we have a good example to follow?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have like a if we're gonna say that music is social commentary or you know what I mean, how the youths them actually feel? What we have to say about that? Because really and truly, we can only produce what I have inside,
Mm-hmm.
and when we
That's
have
true.
inside, I will come
I
out.
will come out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you feed me a certain narrative in my everyday life, when you feed me a certain narrative uh, in my communities, in my at my workplace if I have a workplace, it kind of like the music appropriate for the type of environment for the type of situation I'm in. So cause some feel, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
people usually listen to music based on how them feel. I read a quote yesterday saying that um, music is what feelings sound like.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it not it not good for we, you know. It's not helping our society to get
Yeah.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, you know. That's not it's not doing that at all. But what I'm saying is it is the reality. You know. If we want a better if we want better music to play, or if we want better music to be produced, or if we want these
Mm-hmm.
youths to say produce more encouraging, more wholesome music, then it has to be enticing, it has to be appealing to them.
Mm-hmm.
How you going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
When the narrative is we are actually endorsing the badness, we are endorse the we call it drugs, we are endorse the sex, the
Mm-hmm.
illicit
Illicit.
sex,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we are endorse the guns and the drugs and
Drugs
the
and
sex and
arms.
everything that
Mm-hmm.
is bad. Where else the youths them are gonna sing about?
Would you?
Because that is what is selling.
Yeah, certainly.
Make with
Certainly.
make all of the other good music them now. Alright, because it's not like say good music now making.
That is what. That is the next one that I
And I
was
like say
getting
good
to.
music now make, but what gets earplay? What are the DJs playing?
That's a very good
What
point.
is the appetite of our people?
That's a very good point.
You know what I mean?
Why is it that the artists them way say the things them way the people them quote unquote now want hear? Why is it that those songs are being played more on the radio? Understand it? Is it mere coincidence? I think not. I think
No,
not.
it's not. Yeah, I
It's sad though.
make a reason about it because I mean, we see the state of the country, and it is in a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in a one cycle. It's like we play the bad music. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have to still decide say I'm gonna shot somebody, or I'm gonna abduct somebody,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna take this a drug. That I'm have to decide say I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, like you know, I feed him nothing else. You know, I make him hear nothing else. You know, I make him
Yeah.
ears hear
Yeah.
nothing else. You know what I mean? But who is to be blamed? A man I go say, well then him have a choice, you know.
You understand?
But the same man where I say him have a choice is the same man where I benefit from the music where I put out. I eat millions,
Mm-hmm.
have millions and millions of dollars coming because that is the appetite of the people. Likewise, when you see black people spend the most money in the world on things where make them feel like them is better than what they thought they were before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Nike here, the Jordans, and the expensive stuff, and the
Mm-hmm.
chain, and
Mm-hmm.
all these
Mm-hmm.
things where make you feel like more of a person. It's what is being sold. The name brand stuff them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I
For
mean?
real. For real.
So the more you feed people that narrative is the more other people going the other people may I grow up and I come see everything. I saw if I saw, I saw.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Only a well thinking person I say, but wouldn't not say this is a cycle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, not everybody is going to say that. Not everybody is going to think that. So, but we're really in our rough,
Rough patch.
rough patch.
Rough patch. So you as a composer, is there anything that you believe that you can contribute to perhaps make a difference, even though we know that at the end of the day is the disc jocks, the radios, the medias, they are the ones that is going to push out the
Yeah,
music. Do you think you have
mass production.
a responsibility?
I do. I feel. Yeah, I definitely feel I have a responsibility to do music as an art
Mm-hmm.
and not as something you manufacture
Okay.
because there is money to be made.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like there's much art being done and in music. I feel like man just a build rhythm and put song on it.
Make a
Because it sound good and
and
it's hip and
hype.
and it hype and it bad
Yeah.
because we wanna make some money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, we wanna make some money.
But you can't. No,
Me
no,
not
no, with that. I
condemn money.
understand because money, we need
But
money to survive. But you
yeah,
can't
but
just.
at the what is the at what cost? At the cost of the mentality of the people, at the cost of whom?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We talk a cost. Cause it not cost the people them where I put it on the radio.
Yeah.
It not
Yeah.
cost them. Really and truly. I mean, yeah, it will cost them money, but the people are who is impacted.
Yeah.
The people,
Most.
yeah, the people impacted most.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of
So,
the quality, though, you think that the quality then was better than now, or
in
you
terms
think
of the
that
creativity,
in terms of the
in
creativity?
terms of the creativity, yes. In terms of the message,
Yeah.
yes. In terms of how impactful it is,
Yeah.
in terms of the longevity of the music,
Yeah. Certainly.
yes, certainly, certainly, and that is why me I said me give myself a responsibility for reggae music
Mm-hmm.
because when I see where many of the youths today are really gravitate in Jamaica.
In Jamaica. Mm-hmm.
I gravitate to reggae music, like how people from Europe, people from western side of America, like California and places like that, like they are into it.
And entrenched in the
Yeah,
music.
and it's sad to say that the reggae artists, like I'm not saying all reggae artists, but most of the reggae artists that we have from Jamaica here are not pulling the same crowd
Mm-hmm.
as these international reggae acts. You know what I mean? Even though Jamaica is the home of reggae music with Ban and all of these things.
Seem like we have lost it. Lost the way.
We lose the
Somewhere
way. We lose
business
the
side
way.
of things we
Yeah, we lose the way because we are concentrate on the revenue.
yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? We are concentrate on that side of the business. Which me not
And
a
not,
wrong a man for concentrate on the business. But you know what I mean? Like why the narrative have to be destructive is my question. Look at Afrobeat now.
wow.
Look at Afrobeat.
Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Day and night. Day
Oh,
and night coming pretty like when you really compare to our dancehall music right now.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
What is the structure behind the business part of it? Like how do we get our artists to be as big and
Mm-hmm.
as commercial
Mm-hmm.
as these Afrobeat artists, and even the pop artists as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because really and truly, you know, Sean Paul is a pop artist, you know.
Yeah,
Dancehall music is a popular music, you know.
yeah.
They must say,
From the point of view there.
all
Mm-hmm.
right. So this is what I taught in school, if I can remember correctly. So 40s in the 1940s, you had a music name, Mentor,
Right.
right? 50s, 60s, yeah,
Scare. Mm-hmm.
into rocksteady.
Mm-hmm. And then
70s reggae
reggae.
music,
Reggae. Mm-hmm.
80s. All of those genres were the popular music of that time.
Wow.
Is the popular music of that time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you have a genre named pop music,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and in its the broadest sense of pop music, you still have country pop, you
Right,
still have
right. You're right,
R&B pop, you
Yeah.
still have hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
still have trap, you still have Afrobeat, which is still popular music
Mm-hmm.
because it's popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So our Jamaican popular music nowadays is
Dancehall.
dancehall.
Mm.
But boy, me I tell you, dancehall changed over the years, brother. If you really listen to how the sound has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily for the better either.
We say them call it chop,
Because sometimes it feel like hip hop to me.
chop dancehall. Some call
Sometimes
it
it feel
chop.
like hip hop.
It's
Sometimes
like
it feel like
it lose its
rap. Yeah,
identity.
the identity of reggae music, the organicness of reggae music, our dancehall. It not there again. It not come from the place there of creativity again. Because we have so many things to sample.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
so many little melody we can take off of YouTube and say, yo, we're gonna use a party and then we're gonna change the pitch and then we're gonna slow it down and then so many things we can't even play a melody for ourselves again.
Oh.
Or some chords, a chord progression.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's
It's
sad.
kinda
And
yeah,
then when you look on it too, what you realize is that because of the evolution of the digital software to build these things,
exactly.
it's not like say I mean which is a good
It's
thing
easier.
because it's easier to access,
Yeah.
but at the same time you give a man when I know about music, the tool to create
Mm,
music, where you ever find is
yeah.
that you know create a substandard
Yeah.
product.
Because you have
And
you have beat makers, and you
mm-hmm.
have producers,
All right.
and you have composers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Different,
Mm-hmm.
One person can be all of the above,
Certainly.
But there are different roles in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when a man say, "Yo, him is a producer," some people misunderstand the term. People, and I feel like that is the problem with most of these people that are calling themselves certain things. They are
Mm-hmm.
misunderstanding the roles that they're playing. They don't know. Them just see people are do things that we say them at this, and I try to imitate everything what them do, and then now some people who are smart will learn on the job,
Right.
but those who feel like say them know what them a do already will mess up an artist's career.
How much of that we we see
How
these
much of that to
days?
see these days? And I'm gonna use him bridging for manage him.
When I know not
You know
about
what I mean?
management or the business side of things,
Exactly.
it make no sense.
That don't make no sense, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole conversation. It's a whole conversation we can have about that,
Definitely.
about the music
Music.
nowadays
Yeah.
where come out and things. Well,
Yeah. So O'Neal,
mm,
on that same breath though,
mm.
um, anything you are working on currently that people them can look out for.
Yes. I mean, I'm doing a lot of work with Coastal Kings nowadays. I mean, been working with them. Uh, played on a few tracks that have been released
Mm-hmm.
already. Um, but now I am concentrating on my own project. I'm doing an instrumental project. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it,
Yes.
but I can't really tell you much about it yet
Not yet.
because we're still in the preparation stages.
Right.
So I feel we have quite a few tracks ready for the
Nice.
project already,
Nice.
but we're still doing putting some final touches on some things
Nice.
and artwork and stuff
Nice.
like that. So
Nice.
so before the end of this year,
Yeah.
I will be releasing a single
Alright.
from the project,
Alright.
and then next year we'll be releasing
The
the entire
entire
thing.
album.
So look out for that. Look out for the posters. Look out for the artwork. Look out for the previews. You know what I mean?
Guys, trust
So
me. And I've
yeah,
heard I've heard it some some of the stuff on it, and trust me. Guys, going back
yeah, man.
to what it should be.
Yeah, man.
Back to
Reggae
basics.
music. You know what I mean? I have to big up some of the legends too, kind of influence the project too. Man like Jackie Me too.
Mm,
You know, Mighty Diamonds. Among other people too. There are a few songs that I want to put on the project too that are covers
mm-hmm.
of early R&B songs that spoke to me and spoke in a reggae music form in my
Mm-hmm.
imagination too.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a part of the project as well. So you can look out for that. I won't tell you the songs. I won't tell you the
Just wait for
songs.
it, man. Wait
So
for it.
wait for it. Yeah.
Definitely. So O'Neal, we're getting down. We're getting down. Um, in terms of I know that you um a part of New Testament
Right.
denomination, temporal New Testament. So
Right.
they big up on themselves, same way, you know. Um, in terms of because people will say it from now and then. You understand about you as a Christian musician, and playing for like a Romain Berg, or you understand,
Yeah.
you know how do you see it? Understand? How do you see? You think it should be a problem? You think it's worth for discussion? You know what I mean?
Uh,
What?
well,
Because I know that
yeah, people,
people
yeah, people have
talk
said
talk about those
people have
things.
shown their concern
Mm-hmm.
as it pertains to being in secular environments.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I reassure them all the time that apart from church,
Mm-hmm.
all of us
Mm-hmm.
are in secular environments dealing
Mhm.
with secular people every day of the week.
Mhm.
Why should it be any different for me to be in a similar kind of environment just because it is music?
See.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
People, say for example, people who work at a bank. You don't know whose accounts you are preparing. You don't know who. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But because it is music and it is being a man or
Mhm.
it is so and so or it becomes a problem.
Mhm.
It's not a job.
See.
It's not seen as a job. It is seen as playing. But really and truly, I'm doing a job as well. Just
Mhm.
like anyone who works in a bank, just like anybody who serves you at KFC.
Right. Or
You
if
know
you
what I
are a
mean?
carpenter
Or if you're a carpenter, you know what I mean?
you got your
You,
seeing bolt
yeah,
place for
you know what I
paint
mean? You're paying the elephant man house. You know what I mean?
that's a job, eh?
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I know a lot of people who take it a little bit more, what you call it, on the spiritual side. Now, it is it is not for you to decide where I should be on my journey.
Mhm.
That is only for God to decide.
Mhm.
Now, if I am given the opportunity, because this is how I see it, if I am given the opportunity to be in a space where I can learn more about my culture as a
Mhm.
Jamaican, then I will go.
Mhm.
Knowing who I am, being confident in who I am and whose I am. There is no negotiation where that is concerned.
Mhm.
You understand? So I am not worried.
Yeah.
There are people who are projecting fears,
Mhm.
their fears on my situation because that's the only thing that they can imagine is, oh, only like a backslide or only
Mhm.
see
Mhm.
there,
Mhm.
see there,
Mhm. Yeah.
him
Man,
start growing here now, see there,
guys,
you
guys.
know, you know, but
Yeah.
to each his own,
Yeah.
because everybody has to take an account, has to give an account
Mhm.
of the type of life that they lived here on earth when it's
Mhm.
time, when it's the
Mhm.
judgment,
Mhm.
so
Definitely. Definitely. Definitely.
yeah.
Sir D, um, if persons want to reach out to you,
Mm.
for bookings, they want you to play. Um, you well, we know that you're freelance.
Right,
So if
I'm a
somebody wants to
freelancer.
play at a wedding, or a graduation, and so you would do that as well.
I would do that as well, yes, of course.
Okay.
I have several means of communication. They can email me, first of all, if it is an official booking
Mm-hmm.
or it is an official project that you want or you need my services, you need me to play some keys, and you should send that via email.
Via email. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of legal reasons, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really run no joke with intellectual property and stuff
Right,
like that.
right,
So,
right, right, right.
um, yeah, that is definitely one way. Email. So that's my first name and last name. O'Neil Dacres1 at gmail.com.
Right.
And there is also my phone number, which is the only way you can get me to talk to me. And I'm sure Mark will put it on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mark
it's
is gonna.
right here.
Yeah. So yeah, email address, number,
Number.
phone number, and if you want to go on Instagram and check out some of the stuff that I have on there, I have a few snippets of performances with different artists and stuff like that I've done in the past. Uh, Also, you will see on my Instagram when I will be putting out some of the instrumental stuff.
Yep,
So,
yep, yep,
check it
yep.
out. Check it out. My Instagram handle is at pleasant underscore keys with a Z or a Z. Yeah.
ZZ.
Yeah.
Same.
Z, Z. Potato,
Any one of them.
potato. Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, man, guys. So definitely. And it's not just keyboard alone. I mean, if you want O'Neal to do some vocals,
Yeah, I do. Yeah, like I said, I'm a tutor too, so you're gonna have to
tutor,
call me. You know,
you know what I mean?
I'm a piano tutor, I'm a vocal tutor.
Yes,
I can teach music theory,
music.
orals, you know, orals. Yeah, yeah, orals. To do with ear,
Ear.
audible nerves. Yeah, orals. Yes.
Orals.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Yeah, man. And what if a person wants to collaborate production wise, or
Ye-
want you to deal with
let
make
us talk.
some rhythm and
Let
things.
us talk, and we can talk money wise too. You know.
Guys,
Yeah, man.
remember with all of this, it's still a business, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's still a
yeah.
business. We have to work to make a living.
True.
And this is O'Neal's career. This is his path.
This is my
You know what I
part.
mean? So I support O'Neal Dacres. Pleasant Keys, them call him.
Yeah,
Oh, you
pleasant
the name
kiss.
the Pleasant Keys, by the way.
You know,
Very
boy,
pleasant, easy.
I want to tell you, yeah, I guess because I always a smile, people, I got that name from somebody at Edna.
Yeah,
Anywhere I go, I get a name. Any school I go, them call me, alright, so at Meadowbrook, I used to go to Meadowbrook High School, them
yeah.
call me Eddie at
Eddie.
Meadowbrook High School.
Yeah. Big up Meadowbrook. We have
Big up
some good
Meadowbrook, big
friends.
up all of my brethren them from Meadowbrook
Yeah, there's some
every
wife
time.
come from to you.
Yeah,
See me?
yeah,
So I say
Candace,
big
big
up.
up
Big
yourself,
up.
you don't know. Yeah,
Ah,
um,
dead.
yeah, Pleasant Keys was when I was in my first year
I didn't know.
at Edna. Everybody used to just somebody call me Pleasant one time,
And then
and
from
then
that
from that
pleasant,
Pleasant, yeah, the next year, the following day after that, in the name O'Neal again.
pleasant.
Yeah, Pleasant.
Mad, mad, mad.
So yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, brother,
Yes, man. So O'Neal,
that is it.
this is the last question for the
Mm,
peeps. If you have a youth out there where and a similar part and them want to make a decision to say, whether they want to go in a full time music,
mm,
like you or if you choose another path, what are some of the words of encouragement or recommendation,
mm,
suggestions that person should think of or should consider
mm.
before making that decision?
Yeah, first of all, this is not a traditional career.
Yeah.
This is so the society that you live in is not necessarily readily waiting for you to decide that you want to become a musician and accept it as it is. It's hard because you're not becoming a nurse, you're not becoming a teacher, you're not becoming a lawyer, you're not becoming a doctor, you're not becoming a business person, you're becoming a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, really and truly, you have to be most of those things. You have to be an entrepreneur when you become a musician. You have to
Certainly.
find out how you're going to survive, how you're going to build your wealth or build whatever you want to build. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
I would say though that regardless of all of that, regardless of all the noise, because that's what I call it. I call it because really and truly, if me say me I gotta do music, me I gotta do music, you know. But at the same time, you still need to be diligent and be disciplined in the field. You have to you have to know that you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't act like you know. You have to know so you don't know and go find out. You understand? If you really say this you want to. I mean, not talk about just music. We talk about everything. Like if you feel say this you really want to do it, like you need to be honest with yourself and
Mm-hmm.
say,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about this thing, but I am going to find out because this is the way I see myself going. So as a musician, if you're a musician, you need to spend time with the instrument,
Mm-hmm.
learn it more and more every day. Learn something about the instrument every day. Learn something about yourself every day. Because really and truly you are the instrument. Because no
Right.
instrument can
Can't play
play
by itself.
themselves.
Yo, that's a great analogy. Trust me.
You understand? So if, for example, as a singer, you have to know the voice. You have to know how your body works. You have to know, when you eat certain things, how your body react to it. All of them things, you have to look at the biology of it. All of them things there. You have to know how to protect your hands. You have to know how to protect your feet. Because
Wow.
if you're gonna be a bass player or a keyboard player, you have to know which fingers to, you have so much things you need to know, brother.
Mm.
There's so many things you need to know. If you're gonna be a keyboard player, you have to know how all of them instruments operate. You have to know how a keyboard operate. You have to know how roads operate different from an organ, different from a piano, different from a keyboard we play strings.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how everything operates. You know what I mean? There's so much to learn, and you can't learn it in a one day. So you have to really and truly be diligent and spend time with it. Have to spend time with it, or else it's gonna leave it.
Yeah.
It's like a ungrateful girlfriend. The moment you decide, say, you are gonna spend a week away from it, you're on it vex.
True.
And you have to go from scratch again.
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask for forgiveness and them things. You know? Please forgive me. I'm not spend the next week away from you again. Come see what cause. You know what I
Remember
mean?
the skills
You
there.
don't remember nothing, brother. You don't remember nothing because you go now. Today, you play a major scale. Tomorrow, you don't play it. You may remember it, you know.
Yeah,
But you see, if you don't play it the next day, it's the more you're going to forget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why consistency is important.
Mhm.
Discipline is important because you can be consistently in discipline.
Certainly.
Yeah, you need to be consistently disciplined.
Yes. Yes.
If you really want to say you want to be successful in something, you want to really be where you want to. Because me not reach there yet, you know. Me
Right,
still live on
right,
the journey the same way. You know.
right.
Me not reach it, more reach it, brother. Trust me. But me know which part me did start and this and me there
There,
again.
no. Right. And where you are today,
Yeah.
next week,
Yeah, next week I
month,
want different thing
thing,
again.
constantly.
Even
Change.
if I'm still in the same physical environment,
Yeah.
there must be
Advancement.
something that changed. There must
Yeah.
be something in my mind that has changed. There must be something that I have improved on. There must be something that I have unlearned or something I learned about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There must be something more. Must be something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Definitely.
know? So you have to seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. And all these things shall be added unto you.
Yep.
But there's another scripture in the Bible, brother, where to me it connect Matthew 24. And it really give that verse a meaning. I think it's Luke 17, if I'm not mistaken. When the Pharisees demanded of him to tell them where
Mm-hmm.
the kingdom of God will come from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And him said to them, say, listen, all who you see, all who are look here so and look over this and look here, so the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of God now come from this. So. You know what Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you are seek ye first the kingdom of God,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all right, you get it.
Just like that.
You get it. You get it.
Just like that. Just
Some
like
people
that.
not gonna want to get it, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's there.
Yeah,
You get it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro. Yeah, man. So, peeps, we have come to the end of this Mek We Reason podcast with special guest O'Neil Dacres. You know what I mean? And I just want to tell you thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean? You know, this is how we do it. You know what I mean? We just talk it. We just reason about things and you get to hear about people's story and, you know, it's all about inspiration, though. It's all about inspiration. So, guys, just make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure so you like it. Make sure so you share it with a friend. You understand? And there is a notification bell that you can select as well. So, anytime you release a video, you'll get that notification. You know what I mean? So, guys, until then, I'll see you on the next Mek We Reason podcast.
Be inspired.
Be inspired. And we're out.
All right. This is O'Neil Dacres represented for the Mek We Reason Podcast with DJ Mark. Like, share, and subscribe.